For the week, Bitcoin turned in a plus 25 basis points or 0.25%. Our small cap fund went up 61 basis points or 0.6%. The small cap index did 2.4%, and the large cap index did 0.94%. So nothing really moved. We stayed in line with the indexes. We saw a slight outperformance. I'm going to do a share screen. I want to talk about some of the things that we did right last week. Zilliqua, and we're going to own this with a stop at around 17 cents. So I bought it at 18 cents. We get stopped out at 17 cents. And now it's trading at 16.5 cents. Don't really like it here. I don't think we have support until all the way back here in December at 12.7 cents. So 12.6 cents. So I would not be buying any more Zilliqua. This was an idea that did not pan out. But ideas that did pan out, I know we spoke last week about how Litecoin had turned resistance into support at around $30. And look at this move today in Litecoin, up 14%, which puts it up 17% for the week. Good call on this, guys. We put a lot of money into Litecoin as a firm. Does anyone want to talk about this?
Yeah, sure. There's been a lot of momentum in Litecoin for a while. My own signals have been on for it. It might have been coincidental or not, but Charlie Lee last week was talking about how he believes that fungibility and privacy is going to be the next frontier that everyone's going to be fighting over, and he's going to move the ship of Litecoin in that direction to win in that space. And since then, there's been a lot more interest in Litecoin. So I believe in that as well. I don't know if Charlie's going to go through with that, but I believe that also are issues. And so it was just a perfect storm of good momentum and good news from the founder.
I mean, I just shared my screen again just so we can talk about the chart for a second. I mean, you don't have to be an expert chart reader to see where the resistance is here, right around $40. So I know we're all staying long this for the time being. It's going to be interesting to see how it trades around $40 because there's a selling pressure at $40. So if it can break through that, I think that I would double my position. But until it can break through 40, I'm just going to hold what I have right now. Anyone else got anything else I want to share on Litecoin?
Yeah, with the Litecoin halving coming up too, I think we should expect to see the bottom of Litecoin already have been fulfilled. I think it's not immediately coming up, but it's. I shared a Twitter post from which has a chart in the chat.
From Moon Overlord? I went to high school with that kid. Okay, so what are we looking at here? So this is the halving of the miner reward right here, right?
The halving is going to occur at the green at the green bar. And right now, so if we look at the last time we had the red bar, that's approximately how many days from the halving? I can't see it, it's too small.
Well, it says August 5th and the first halving, or this one here, it says 196D. That must mean days?
Yeah, so I'm sorry, the red bar is the halving, right? And the green bar is potentially the peak price. So we're 200 days now from the halving. And you see Litecoin, bottomed out before last halving about 200 days prior.
Oh, I see what this is saying. So the turn happened last time 196 days before or after before the halving.
Correct.
And that's why they're looking at this as potentially like a symmetrical trade, huh? Correct. Connor mentioned that he was going to be anticipating some large red candles on the BitTorrent IPO or ICO that was so hot last week and had a total market cap now of like, $400 million. Thought that was a little too high. I'll share a screen here really quickly, but I know Connor's not with us today, but here's the first red candle he was waiting for, down 15% today. So I think that was a good avoid. So we'll have to thank Connor for that. So I've been wanting to buy for quite a while some Golem. And so then I saw Golem just like completely fell out of bed, and it went down to 5.7 cents from like where it was hanging out for a while here. A while around like quite a bit higher, like even last month it was like 20 cents, then it was like 7 cents. I liked this price here, like 5.7 cents, because it looked like it held this bottom, if you can see my screen. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. I also emailed this chart to our friend Alex Skirchank, the trader, asked him what he made of these these spikes of volume. And he said it looked to him like someone exiting a position, and that this would make this a strong bottom, so that if it held here, that'd be like particularly noteworthy that this bottom held. So I kind of liked Golem, and as I was doing my research to see if there's anything better in the space or anything I need to learn about Golem before I pulled the trigger on this, I ran across a stat here that I really wanted to share with you. That is that, let me move this thing. Cloud computing market is expected to be worth $411 billion by 2020. 2020 is not that far away, and it has an annual growth rate of 19%. Okay, so Golem, we know, is like a distributed supercomputing network. They're based out of Poland. We tried to use them in the past to let our GPU rigs run on their network, but because we couldn't create a static IP address for our rig, we couldn't do supercomputing on the Golem network. As I was reading this article, though, I came across the second largest player in this space, this company called SONM, supercomputer organized by network mining. SONM is actually trading even less, having even worse performance than Golem. It had the luxury of ICOing last November, practically the worst possible time from a price performance standpoint. It's down 93.5% since its ICO over that same time period. Golem's down 84%, so it's actually like underperforming Golem. It's got a market cap of 6 million. And what I like about it is, as you go on their website and play, you'll see that they currently have 125 computing projects on their mainnet, which is live, which is not based on Ethereum's platform like Golem. It's on their own blockchain. And they have this really cool, let's see if I can find it. This really cool calculator where you can see exactly how much you're going to get paid to work on a supercomputing project. I put in our 1080 Ti's right here. This is what we have on the rig that's sitting right in front of me. 2 of these, and they'll pay us $31 a month, like exactly what we make mining every other thing. So it's just like right in the same ballpark for all their mining, but they don't require a static IP address. And they also will let you do distributed computing work on your PlayStation, on your phone. They have like more of a robust, it seems to me like they have more of like a user-friendly and robust way of doing distributed computing. And that's because they're part of this thing called the Open Fog Network. Sure, I can see the future. It looks like, let me do a screen share and to show you. Jahan and I were on a phone call yesterday, and someone said to us, do you have any idea how many people are using Bitcoin on a given day? And I said, yeah, 350,000. And the guy was like a little bit taken back that we like had that answer, like in our fingertips. But let me share the screen that Chasser shared yesterday or last week. Share.
I like this chart too.
Where is this?
By the way, Bitcoin's almost at 3,500 bucks this morning. It's getting there. Speaking of volume and transactions.
I mean, 350,000 people a day are doing transactions in Bitcoin. It's not that tiny of a number, especially when we got guys like everybody on this call trading, 100,000 at a whack. So I did a little looking at Factom just from a technical standpoint to see like how Factom's trading, and I want to share the screen and discuss it as a group. Why did it rally like this at the end of last year? And why is Medici Ventures like this company so much? And why is it still worth $5? And look at the green line here. If this isn't like a support like, that's not support right there at around $6? Like, I don't know how to read a chart. So like here we are, we tested, below $6, went to $5.87. And like here we came in and I don't see like anything really quite that low again. So that's like support holding, right? And I just think that, given its leadership position in supply chain management, given the fact that they've already been like vouched for essentially by Medici Ventures, we better be able to explain why we don't own this if we're going to decide we don't want to own this, because it seems like they're best of breed and they're done going down. That's kind of what I'm seeing in this chart.